Hello and welcome back. This is video number 8, and we're going to talk about how to create an ad. So if you've reached this far, just want to say congratulations, you're almost done. All you need to do is get the images that we discussed earlier and upload them here. Now, because our strategy is to get both social proof, the page likes, and the engagement, which is getting people to interact with your Facebook fan page, not just the likes, because when somebody comes to your page, the likes are the initial attraction, and then seeing people actually interacting with your fan page is the next step. So to do that, what you need to do is when you go to the ad, you can either create a new ad and insert images here, or you can use an existing post. So what you want to do is you want to use an existing post for the majority of time, simply because you want to drive people to that specific post. You want people to interact, and it's a two bird with one stone. So in this case, you're not just driving people to an ad that is not on your Facebook fan page, but you're instead driving people to a post that is on your page. So you're getting the engagement, you're getting the likes. And the more money you put into it and the lesser you spend in terms of the likes, that will actually help you double or triple the social engagement. Now, you can also create an ad just to test different images as well separately from your post by simply adding the images here, and then down here, adding the text and adding the links. Now, remember, because we are simply sending people to images with quotes on them, the text that you might want to add is something like this, like, hey, if you like a specific hobby, then our community is filled with people just like you, and you're welcome to join. So something of that nature, non-threatening, non-direct. It builds a little bit curiosity and gets them to like. That's the goal, is not to include too much information, but just enough to get people to come, interact, and like your page. Now, what's nice about Facebook is when you enter a bunch of ads. So let's say we enter 5 different images or 4 different images. So we can test 2 to 2 against each other. If we got 4 images, 4 texts, 4 links, what Facebook will do is it'll actually rotate them. So essentially you don't want to have too many, because in order to really test them, you're going to need to push a lot of money inside. So what you might want to start out with is 4 images or 2 images or 4, between that range, 2 to 4, 2, 3, 4. And then maybe a couple text, 1 or 2 texts, and then maybe 2 different links. And then let Facebook's artificial intelligence test things out and actually figure out which is actually converting, and then go from there. Once you figured out what is converting, let's say out of the different ads of 4 different images, let's say you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 of them are doing really well, but then 2 of them are costing $1 a like. In those other 2 cases, if you're getting enough traction from the other 2, you should go ahead and pause those just to see what happens. Now, you want to run them at least for 48 to 72 hours so that you allow Facebook's algorithm to adjust. Because a lot of times you're not going to see results immediately. Sometimes you will, but different scenarios are going to be different. So that's pretty much it. So as a recap, add the images here, add the text, add the links, click continue, and then your Facebook ad will get approved. Now, bear in mind that if you're beginning and you're just getting started, it's going to take a lot longer to get approved. But as you get more likes, like your likes go up to 10 or 20,000, and you begin to run more ads and you spend more money, then your reputation will go up and then your ads will get approved. Now, that's not a guarantee because no one really officially knows, but this is just based on tests. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. Just keep it simple and apply it, and there you go. Hello and welcome back. This is video number 6, and we're going to start the ad creation process right now. But before we do, what I've done here is in the next 3 videos is to break things down as simplistic as possible, especially for those of you who have never run a Facebook ad or you have and it just looks very complex. So in this video, we're going to talk about campaigns. In the next video, we're going to talk about ad sets. And then of course, video number 8, we'll talk about ads. Now the ads, let's go ahead and click create and I'll explain the structure. So go ahead and click create here. Okay, so now we've brought to a campaign. So here's basically how it works. A campaign, think of it like a folder on your computer or a physical folder or whatever. That's just a big folder. And then within that folder, you have many different folders. Or think of it like this. This is a filing cabinet. And then within the filing cabinet, you have many different folders. And then within each folder, you have many different ads, right? So it's just a way to kind of categorize things. So in this case, our goal is to get more page likes, right? So that's an engagement factor. So we are going to specify and tell Facebook, hey, we want to create a campaign and our objective is to get more likes. That's all. And I'll discuss more about these in the future videos. For now, let's just focus on campaign. So it says, go ahead and choose your objective. So in this case, it's going to be under engagement. So you click that and then next, scroll down. And then Facebook now asks us, what kind of an engagement? Do you want a post engagement? Do you want page likes? Do you want event responses? All right, so in this case, it's page likes. We're going to click that here, and you can name the campaign name here. So what I recommend is whenever you create an ad, to make sure to kind of create a system of your campaign names, because when you begin to create more campaigns, it'll just get confusing. So you could insert things like maybe who you're targeting or what it is. So engagement likes. You could do X fan page, whatever fan page that is, and we can do page likes. That way we know what we're dealing with. So if we're looking through our campaigns and we look at the names of the campaigns, instead of having to go in and try to figure out what it is, you can figure out it all off the bat. Next thing is create split tests. We're going to totally ignore that. We're not interested in that. You can do that later if you want to, but you want to try to simplify things as much as possible. Now, campaign budget optimization. What is that? According to Facebook, it's a system and it's an algorithm that will basically distribute your budget across different ad sets to get more results. And basically you're using their AI or artificial intelligence to figure out, okay, which of these ad sets are converting, and then let's focus on those ad sets. Now, bear in mind with campaign budget optimization, in order for it to work effectively, you will need to increase your daily budget. So right now they say $125, but we recommend probably $10, $20 just to get started right off the bat. Now you can start with $5 if you want to and test how it works. But with the way campaign budget optimization works is it's trying to analyze different campaigns. And in order for you to get enough data, you have to run some money through each and every one of those ad sets, if that makes sense. So let's say the system has to run it through at least a couple thousand people before it can get the right data. But the way you have to think of it like this, with paid ads, it's all about buying the data. It's not about winning out of the gate. But fortunately, with this strategy here, you can lower your costs. Okay, so at this point, we're just going to say $10 daily budget. Now you can specify lifetime budget if you want to, but we like to stick with daily budget. The campaign bid strategy, lowest cost, lowest cap. We usually stick with lowest costs and click continue. Okay, so at this point, we are at the ad set level. So I'm going to stop here and pause a minute. And what I highly recommend that you do is try to follow along. Try to create a campaign, choose the engagement, choose page likes, and get to this point. All right, so let's move on to the next video.